The sickness or disease you may have may be a result of a generational curse. Okay, like I said, this is a biggie. Now I'm just going to go through a couple verses here. Exodus 25. How many of you guys have been taught about generational curses in the past? Okay, that's common here in the Philippines. Okay, so people think they're victims of generational curses. For example, this is the way it works. Your father's an alcoholic, you'll be an alcoholic. That's just one way you can understand a generational curse. Your father sinned, then you will suffer the consequence for their sin, etc. Okay? Now, I got a message this week from a good friend of mine in California. She said that a Christian told her, can you believe this? A Christian told her that her child is suffering eczema because of the parents' sin.
Wow.
Can you imagine that? And she said, Joe, because my name is Joe, that's just a bunch of mumbo jumbo. She's blaming my kid's eczema on me and my husband's sin. You see how condemning these theologies are? This is not good news. Now I'm going to read Exodus 25. It says, "For I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God." Don't turn there because it's long. Just write these verses down. "Punishing the children for their sin of the parents to the third and fourth generation of those who hate me." And then Deuteronomy says this, 5, 9, and 10. "Punishing the children for their sin of the parents to the third and fourth generation of those who hate me." But notice this, "but showing love to 1,000 generations of those who love me and keep my commandments." Remember, they were under the law. So it's based upon what you do. Right? So if you sin, you get cursed. But if you love and keep his commandments, you will be blessed. Now, I'm not going to read this whole thing, but there's a verse in Ezekiel 18. This will clear it up for you. It says this, "If a son does not sin, he will surely live, even though the father sinned." Right? It says, "The one who sins is the one who will die. The child will not share the guilt of the parent, nor will the parent share the guilt of the child." That's why you are responsible for your own sin. This is according to the law. Now, it is just obvious that we will suffer consequences for what our parents can do. If your father is an alcoholic, hardcore, you can suffer neglect or even abuse. If you have AIDS, then your children can have AIDS. Right? I mean, that's just this world. I was at a church on a panel. We were debating about generational curses. And the pastor was there, the head pastor, and the pastor's son. Now, the pastor's son has a history of being kind of a typical pastor's kid. Kind of rebellious, party boy, and stuff. So during this generational curses talk panel at the church, he was talking about how bad he was growing up in the church. Now, I wasn't trying to be rude, and I know I don't like offending Filipinos, okay? Now, I wasn't trying to be rude, but I looked at that pastor's kid who was sharing this on the panel, and he's talking about his rebellious lifestyle. I said, "You should blame your dad." They were quiet. I said, if this generational stuff is true, you're suffering all these sins, you're doing all these bad things, you should blame your dad. Right? And of course, I felt bad in a way because I'm like, oh man, the pastor got embarrassed. Right? But they put me on the panel to discuss this generational curse thing. So it says in John chapter 9, remember the man who was born blind? What happened? Who sinned, him or his parents? That would have been the perfect time for Jesus to say, his parents! That's why he's born blind. But what did Jesus say? No, this happened so I can display my work, my glory. And what was his work and his glory? Heal them. He didn't say, I want you to endure blindness so you can learn perseverance or character, okay? None of that nonsense. Okay, now Galatians chapter 3 says this, "Cursed is everyone who does not do everything written in the book of the law." Notice that. Cursed is everyone who does not do everything written in the book of the law. But folks, here's the good news. Galatians chapter 3, verse 13 and 14. "Christ redeemed us from the curse of the law by becoming a curse for us."
Hallelujah.
You are now set free from the curse. Then it says, "He redeemed us in order that the blessings given to Abraham might come to the Gentiles who are us." You guys know what you should be expecting? Generational blessings, not generational curses.
Yes.
Amen.
Okay, because of the new birth, you are dead and you have no more past. The only past that you have is Jesus Christ.